The Short Take with Alex and Jake.
Hello and welcome to The Short Take, the podcast where we talk about all things short films, apart from when we don't. I'm your host Jake, and with me as ever is my co-host Alex.
That's me.
It is you.
Yeah.
How are you doing this week?
I'm okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Same answer as ever.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favourite
But
colour?
I feel like every time I say it, it's a different inflection, so you can take what you want away from it.
What is your favourite colour?
Green or yellow. It depends on my mood.
Okay. Alright. Cool.
Why?
I might just slowly start asking the questions from Monty Python.
God damn it.
You'll get maybe one a season, because there's only 4, isn't there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. This week, episode 13.
Ooh.
Yes, episode 13. We are looking at a film called Fool's Day.
Uh-oh.
And it was picked by me, which is reversing the order, which is a little bit weird. But
Fucked it.
It is, yeah, we have fucked it a little bit. But we'll come on to why probably a little bit later.
Okay.
Just because Alex picked a film on fucking Vimeo.
Hey.
Yeah, episode 13, Fool's Day. It is a 20-minute short film. I think it's the second longest one we've watched so far.
What's the longest? So is
The
it
Neighbour's Window, which was last week.
Have we not done one longer than
Or
that?
2 weeks ago.
I guess this season?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, interesting.
We're starting to veer into longer films, aren't we?
Yeah,
we do
definitely.
both have a thing about only watching 10-minute films because watching anything longer is too much of a time commitment.
Yeah, basically.
So this film was directed by Cody Blue Snider, who seems to be a bit of an established name by this point. I think this is his fourth short film.
Well, has he done anything else that we would have heard of?
So this film, particularly Fool's Day, has been greenlit to be adapted into a feature-length film.
Fun.
And Margot Robbie has been attached to be in it.
Okay, I assume as the
Teacher, probably, yeah. And then someone else who was quite big is attached as a producer, but I don't remember the name. But it's someone quite big, like a Seth Rogen type producer.
Seems like a Seth Rogen.
Yeah, that
type
kind of
movie.
level. He does the director does a bunch of ads and stuff
Yeah.
as well. It was filmed at an actual school, Nassau Elementary School.
Okay.
Debuted in 2013 at Tribeca Film Festival, which is kind of big.
Yeah.
And the synopsis goes as follows. Fool's Day is a dark comedy about a 4th grade class that pull an innocent April Fool's prank on their teacher that accidentally kills her. Panicked and convinced they will go to prison, the blood-splattered classmates try to cover up the murder and dispose of the body before their dare officer shows up for his weekly lesson.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
She started off with some good.
First of all, it's a bit bloody good, isn't it?
It is a bit bloody good.
It's a bit bloody good.
Yeah, it's very, very funny.
Very funny. I think maybe the funniest film we've watched.
I would
think.
argue, yes,
Yeah.
I would argue. I can't think of anything funny. The Gunfighter was quite funny.
It's quite funny.
But I think this
we've
is a
watched
lot
some stuff
funnier.
that's made us chuckle and stuff, but this is a
Yeah.
proper has you laughing.
For sure, yeah. I think Red Handed is the only other proper comedy we've done, right?
No, there's definitely more than that because we've had the sketch debate a few times.
Oh yeah, the 1 minute time machine.
The 1 minute time machine. There was one I think recently as well.
Maybe, yeah, but yeah,
I would say is arguably a comedy.
Bucket Man.
Bucket Man, yeah, that's a comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's genuinely very funny.
What's your favourite joke? I've asked that before, but
You have, I think in this, my favourite joke is a weird one, but I think it's maybe the eulogy the kid gives.
oh, about the
He's
Xbox and his sticker.
You told my parents that I was active in class, they took away my Xbox, and I was so mad at you that I didn't talk for a week.
Yeah.
And then you told my parents that I was behaving really well, and so they gave me back my Xbox, and you gave me a sticker for behaving really well, and I put that sticker on my Xbox. And then it's the way the kids
That was really good.
That was beautiful. And he's like,
Yeah.
thanks. And he shakes his hand. They all clap.
Yeah.
So funny.
I think my favourite joke is where the little girl goes to get the bin from the janitor, and she has the cue cards of what to say.
She is very good as
Yeah,
well.
and the moment where she just pauses and moves them away to chuck up on the
Yeah.
floor, and then just carries on.
It's the way when he gives her the bin, she's like,
Thank you for being an American.
yeah, something like that. He's like, just go. She's like, okay. And the kid, another joke that really got me was the kid.
The DS kid.
No, this is your moment. This is your moment to be cool. Yeah, I do it all the time. We say about cutting the fingers off.
Oh yeah,
And then the hard cut to him covered in blood. It's like, yeah, I do it all the time. He's like, one's enough.
Yeah. Honestly, the moment I saw that kid, literally just because he's ginger, I was like, oh my god, it's Alex.
How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, I think something to say in the good is that all of the kids in it are really good. And we had this discussion, funnily enough,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, would it
with
have
the
been?
neighbour's window.
Yeah, where we're saying about kid actors, and obviously it's difficult to find good kid actors, especially I think in short film, just because of the budgets and stuff.
Yeah.
But in this, they have an entire cast of kids who are all so good. I don't think there's a single weak link in them.
No,
they all
I would
bring
agree.
something.
Yeah,
and
100%.
they're so funny.
And they all sell their characters really
100%.
well.
The little girl at the beginning who they tie up on the loo.
Oh, the
she's
nerdy
so
kid.
funny.
Yeah.
The joke about her saying, like, you're going to go to prison, you won't have any toys or anything, and you'll never have candy again or whatever, but you'll be there and you'll know you did the right thing, and then hard cut to her being tied up on the toilet.
Yeah.
Genius. Like, oh. I think the pacing of it's really good, because when I first watched it, I was worried when her head exploded. And it then is all the kids screaming and running around, and then like just the slow-mo kind of looking around and then seeing the kid who like kind of did it, just being like, oh no. I was like, it feels like the film could end here and it would be a satisfying like minute, this weird build up to this moment.
Yeah.
I hope it like, I was worried that it wasn't going to justify its like runtime, but then as it went on I was like, oh no, okay, it is actually doing a lot. And I think, yeah, I was really impressed by that.
I think the pacing is really, really good. I think it does such a good job of introducing characters as well.
Yes, 100%.
I think most of the characters are really established in such a short amount of time. Like the kid with the DS.
It's very well written.
It's very well written, yeah.
It's a really, really tight, good script.
Yeah.
Which I imagine has elements of improv in it just due to the fact they're kids. And I assume there are bits and pieces where they maybe let the kids kind of do their own thing a bit.
That'd be interesting to know, yeah.
Just going by like their performances, I feel like it'd be hard to, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it'd be hard to get some of those performances out if they're just reading the script.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But yeah, I think the writing's really strong, both in dialogue, structure, and like you said, the way they're able to like introduce the characters and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because like
really
coming out
impressive.
of the film, you're like, there's so many characters I can distinctly remember being in the film.
Yes.
Like the DS kid,
Yeah.
obviously the main kid, the FBI kid,
Yeah.
The kid with the Xbox eulogy,
Yeah.
the nerdy girl, the dare officer.
Yeah.
Like there's
The
just...
kid with the hat, whose like dad went to jail for accidentally stabbing someone in the face like, a bunch of times or something.
Yeah, they just establish these kids like so quickly and so well.
Yeah.
And it really like they give a distinct impression that you walk away from the film remembering.
Yes.
Which is very impressive.
It's very much a daddy daycare situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely got vibes of like the Goonies, Stand By Me, that kind of,
100%.
coming of age.
100%.
Yeah.
It really reminded me of, there's a film that came out, I want to say in 2021, called Good Boys, or I think it's just Good Boys, which was produced by Seth Rogen.
Oh, that one, where the
Yeah.
kids were too young to actually watch the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big vibes of that in a different style. Like, I would say Good Boys is trying to be more super bad, whereas they said this is maybe trying to be a bit more like the Goonies.
Yeah.
But still that thing of like, it's an adult film. Like, it's a film that you shouldn't really show a kid.
No.
But starring kids.
Yeah.
Which makes it inherently, I think there is a funny element to that. It's putting kids in these situations you like wonder, like you wouldn't see them in.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I recently just dove back into Lord of the Flies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Big elements of that in this in a
Yeah.
weird way. Obviously a very different tone. But the
Yes.
idea of just if kids are left in like on their own.
Left to their own devices.
It's
all
like,
they do.
or just put them in a situation, in this case, what do they do if they're to like clear up a crime scene and stuff? I love the idea of them all coming together. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I think the biggest bit that made me think of Lord of the Flies is the raising of the fingers, where he puts his two fingers up.
Oh,
to
the
get...
Quiet Coyotes
Yeah,
thing.
to
Did
get
you ever
everyone-
have that at school?
No, never.
No.
I didn't know what it was.
I think I had that. I think I did have that a little bit later on in primary school. We always called it Quiet Coyotes. We did this. Obviously,
That's
it's
great for an
podcast.
audio
Yeah, I
medium.
know. Yeah, you can't see it. It's like a little dog.
But yeah, the bit where he raises his hand and they all go quiet. I
Yeah.
thought it was a really solid.
Yeah, it was very good.
It was a really cool moment.
Because it was like obviously such a subtle setup of it, of
Yes.
her doing it. It's
At the very beginning. There's a bunch of really good cutaway gags, I want to call them. Like, or I don't know if they're cutaway, but like when the kid, also very funny moment when the kid falls on the ground and then she's pooped her pants and the
Oh,
body's
yeah.
on top of him and they pull the body.
I mean, that guy just gets dumped on the whole time,
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly. Also when he drops into the grave with her.
Yeah.
But the bit where it cuts to the teacher and his back's to the window and you see outside, which is always a funny gag when people are walking by a window with something.
yes, yeah.
But that whole scene of just, there's two jokes going on with them dragging the body, then you have the kid rubbing his face in the grass because of the poop pants that he's just like encountered, and the whole time the teacher's giving the spiel about circles being important.
Yeah.
Which is very funny.
Yeah,
Like,
it is very funny.
let's name careers where they use circles. The guy,
Yeah,
the
very
kid
good
peeing
gag.
in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
So funny. So accurate as well. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that did make me crack up quite a lot.
yeah.
The kid where he sees the dare officer and he's like saving his DS and he like can't move until it's saved.
That joke, I don't know if it fully lands for me, and I don't know if I'm being pedantic, but it's the thing of like, you could move.
I know, yeah.
And I guess the joke is that like he's a kid and he's being stupid.
Yeah.
But like, it's a stressful scene that doesn't need to be stressful, and it makes me kind of like, I don't know. Don't know what it is. I think there's something there funny, but for me it doesn't quite hit.
Yeah, no, I can kind of see what you mean, but
Yeah.
it really made me chuckle.
It is a good little gag.
I think maybe one of the best gags in the whole thing is when the dare officer is introduced and it's got the cool music and it's all
he
slow-mo and he just
High fives the kid in the
smacks
face.
that kid in the face.
That's so funny. I want to talk about more about him. I think technically in the bad, but maybe in the
Oh,
nitpick.
really? Okay.
Yeah, I do like his character a lot, and I think the guy really sells it.
Yeah, and I think that the structure they have around the editing and the music and stuff they have
I like
around
how it keeps
him.
coming back to him doing weird shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that introduction of him high fiving the guy in the face is very good.
And
then just him talking to the mum.
The dialogue afterwards where he like, it's such good dialogue because he switches from apologizing to blaming her very quickly.
You shouldn't hold your hand so close to your face. There's no room for the five.
She enjoyed it.
Yeah, she liked it. She enjoyed it. And then later on, it's like, she's a liar.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. Didn't say anything. Yeah, I think a lot of his gags are very funny. I also really, really like the joke about both times the coffee gets drunk. They go, this is really good.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like-
what the fuck did these kids make? Also, the gag of, we should say that. The gag of them exploding their teacher's head by making this weird concoction, which I love the weird concoction thing because that's so accurate to what just kids do.
Yeah, making a potion, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But the fact that they do that and explodes her head, it's like, what did they make? Like, that's all. You could make a contract with the US military or something for what they made. It's like a poison that explodes heads.
I like the very like minor gag of where he pours the concoction into the coffee machine and then just for good measure drops a bunch of laxatives in afterwards.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
And then when after she drinks it, she's like, "Oh, is that gingerbread?" And then that's when her head explodes.
And then at the end, doesn't he say it reminds him of Christmas?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I really like those gags. I think a lot of... It's a really weird one because I do think this maybe falls again into the category of is it a short film or is it a sketch?
I think it's a short film.
I think this is the thing where it gets confusing because I think it has the quality of a short film over a sketch, but there is a part of me that's like, is there anything more to the film than the joke? In which case, is it a short film or is it a very long sketch?
No, I think it is a sketch because there is tension, there are stakes.
True.
Maybe there's not too much on character development, but I mean, they're kids, aren't they?
I mean, to be fair, I guess it ends with the kid owning up to what happened, right? Like
Yeah.
The quote-unquote gag at the end of the film is that he confesses and it still doesn't work.
Yeah. No, I think it is definitely a short film because there are characters. You know, like in a sketch, you don't necessarily have characters really. It's more about just pushing the jokes.
Yeah, that's true.
This takes time to establish people as characters and motivations and things like that. You know, it's like there is more to it than just the jokes.
Yeah, no, I see that actually. You're right.
Yeah.
No, it's really, really good. I really like it. I'm trying to think if there's anything like camera-wise. It does do some interesting stuff. Nothing that like stands out particularly in my mind.
I think the sound design around the camera work was really interesting.
Yeah.
So when the kids are all freaking out after the teacher's head explodes.
Yeah.
And you kind of have the wide shots of the classroom, everyone freaking out, and then you cut into the close-ups of the kid, and it's like, you know, that like muffled kind of like he's in shock kind of thing. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, and it's the coffee mug smashing that brings him out of it. I like that kind of stuff a lot.
I do think the bit again where the teacher's body falls on the ginger kid.
Oh yeah.
I think that's really well shot. I think it's shot interestingly and it sells the scene. Like the way it's the top down on him with the legs, like it's like the framing with the legs either side of his head.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, oh my god, she pooped, and then the cut to the close up of between her legs.
Yeah.
And then them pulling it over his face.
Yeah.
And the cut away from that. I think something about that, like it looks like if you showed me a trailer for a comedy film coming out and that scene was in the trailer, which it totally should be if they do make this film,
would sell it.
then that is the scene I would remember from the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I really liked the eye profile shot of her, you know, when she's still standing up with no head. And then she falls on the whoopee cushion.
Fantastic.
But like
beat.
she falls on the whoopee cushion and the fart goes off.
And then you hear her shit herself.
Which is obviously when you die kind of thing. Yeah, it's so good, like subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, really enjoyed that.
Very funny. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I want to say.
I don't think so, no.
No, obviously production design's very good.
Yeah, like it looks good
the
whole time. The sound is always good. Mm-hmm. The actors are very, very good. You know, like as a package, it really sells the film.
100%.
Yeah. Bad?
Yeah, if we move into bad, and I think all this bad comes with the caveat of, again, it kind of falls into nitpicking, because I don't think there's anything particularly bad.
I don't think I have anything bad, really.
Okay, interesting.
So if you want to do your bad things.
So I have one, I don't know if this is just the version of the video we watched, but I think the, like, color correction isn't right. It's, like, too vibrant to the point where it looks like it's overexposed at points.
Oh, really? Do you think?
Yeah. I don't know, it looked really odd to me, and I didn't like it.
Okay. It
like,
looked kind of...
It looked too artificial, maybe, is what it is.
Right.
When I feel like if you toned it down a tiny bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think it definitely looks quite grainy, because I think it's been compressed a fair few times.
Yeah.
From, like... I don't think the director has released this film anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think it's obviously been pulled from somewhere and then re-uploaded onto YouTube. So it's like, you know, it's obviously gone through a couple of compressions, which has lost a lot of the quality.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily think that the colour looked off.
No, it definitely, for me, it was like... it was something I got over pretty quickly, but I did notice it.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that I think, to go back to the police officer character, I think there's a part of me, one, that wishes he was played by an older actor. I think he's slightly too young, I think, for the role. I think you want someone who's like a middle-aged cop. Like,
I don't know. I think that sold it for me, because there was the joke where he goes into the doctor's office.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, do you want to go on a date with me?" Kind of.
Yeah, but he's
joke.
so clearly young. Like, he's not that old, and it's something about it. I feel like in terms of like a visual representation of a character, I think his performance is very good. I think he himself doesn't necessarily sell it for me. I would rather see someone more along the lines of like David Harbour in Stranger Things, that kind of age bracket.
Right.
Looking like 40s, 50s. I don't know, there's something funnier about that because it's that juxtaposition of kids to like an adult man.
Right.
Like, it's like this 50-year-old man just actually punched a kid in the face and now he's blaming the kid.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck is this guy? Whereas I feel like a younger guy, it's like, I don't know, it's like I can believe he's an idiot. But like maybe, I think it is that thing of it's funnier if it's an older guy because of the fact it's like, how are you still like this? Like, what happened to you?
Okay, yeah.
I also think in terms of writing of his character, I think sometimes, and maybe this is him improvising actually, because the actor's like, I don't know, he's selling it very well if not.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of the stuff he talks about, like the scene where it cuts to him where he's talking to the 3 kids.
Yeah.
I think is a bit too weird.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand the reference.
Exactly. Well, I think I get the Cisco reference. I think it's the other stuff I'm just like, I don't know, it just feels like something about the scene that's just weird for the sake of it.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Who is Cisco?
Cisco, if I'm remembering correctly, is a musician. I might be completely wrong when I
Right.
said that. Maybe I'm thinking of Wilco. Maybe I am wrong.
Wilco's a shop.
And Wilco's also a band. But anyway, it's something about that moment.
I have something about that moment, but it's in nitpicks.
Okay. Well, I would say we're vaguely nitpicking anyway.
Oh, it's just that they're like eating lunch, and the film is set between 8 and 9 a.m.
Oh my god, you have a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of
Didn't
weird.
consider that.
Yeah.
You broke the film. It's a bad film.
It's just like, it's such like a small minor detail. But yeah, it's kind of weird.
I don't love that scene as well. I feel like maybe it would be better if we had him like going, because we have him entering the school when he high-fives the kid.
Yes.
Then we have the scene with him talking to those 3 kids.
Yeah.
Then we have the nurse office scene, right?
Yeah.
And those are the 3 moments we see him before
There's
he enters
the
class.
extra quick one where the DS kid spots him in the doorway.
Yes, when he's talking to someone.
Yeah.
I feel like you could replace the scene where he's talking to the 3 kids with him checking in at like the front desk of the school, like the office.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just have him turning up
Yeah.
and being like, "Oh, I'm here," like, because he's like technically a stranger. He should be signing into the school, right?
Yes.
Like in a logical sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I feel like maybe just like, I don't know, throw that scene in instead, and that way you don't break the timeline of the film. And then also it's just like that you get, because I do think you need those 3 beats of seeing him.
Yeah,
Before he gets there.
I like him just wandering around doing random shit.
But yeah, I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, the some of the stuff he says, it's just like too weird maybe sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a line, I
Yeah.
think, to when it's like, I don't know, dumb now maybe. Like I think the bit where he's on the phone, when he gets to the classroom and he's on the phone and he says, if any of them step out of line, I'll tase them and bring them downtown. I'm just kidding, but I will. I've done it before. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it toes a line where it's like, no, he's just a weirdo. Like,
Yeah.
he's like kind of like a dumb cop. Like he like really wants to do that.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like some of the other stuff he says, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, he says he tased a whole pack of dogs or something, and then when he ran out, he used all his mace. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's a bit too weird for me. I don't know what it is.
I think I did miss some lines in his little bit on the phone. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just didn't hear them properly.
I think it's, I don't know. Again, though, I think this is more nitpick stuff. It still works in the film. And
Yeah.
I think it does display who his character is. I just think maybe that could have been a bit stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, again, as much as I think the actor sells it, like I really think he does, and I think he's very funny, I do wish it was an older actor playing that character. I just think visually and stuff, it would have worked better. But I don't know. Maybe they tried it and maybe it didn't work.
Yeah, maybe. I do have one bad.
Usage of any.
I know, I just remembered it. You may disagree with this. So obviously it's the whole class that are involved in like the cover-up. But then it very quickly narrows down to those 4 kids getting rid of the body, right?
Yes.
I feel like the 4th kid doesn't do anything.
The 4th could be in the hat one, right?
Who does the story
dads.
about the dad.
Yeah.
But like that's his only line, I think, at the start. He doesn't do anything beyond that to kind of establish himself as a character. So
no, I guess
personally, I think I would have cut him from the scenes going to bury the body. I would have just left him in the classroom.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because the other 3 are very well established. Like the kid has the eulogy, right? I don't think he has lines before that.
I was just going to say, I don't think he does anything before that.
No, but then he has the eulogy, so it's like you could potentially combine those 2 characters.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. I would say that more falls into nitpick than bad. Just
Maybe,
because it's
yeah.
like, he doesn't detract from the film, and it's not like...
No, that's true. It's not a detraction, but it was kind of like, why are you here?
Yeah, exactly. No, I do feel that, like, he definitely doesn't do much.
Yeah.
I do really like the gag about, you better be ready to get your salad tossed. I hate salad! Very funny. Yeah, have you got anything more to say, sorry?
No, I don't think so. I really didn't make very many notes on this because it was just funny.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's just very funny. That's kind of...
If you were in class
Mm-hmm.
and this film was about to drink from a cup of coffee that you and your classmates have poured stuff into that would make their head explode, would you stop them?
No, because I think it would be very meta for their head to explode.
I hate you. We're thinking about the meta.
Can't stop.
I would stop it.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I like this film a lot. I
like this film a lot.
You want its head to explode.
Just for the meta relevance.
God damn it. It's always about the bit with you. Nice.
Yeah? Are we
Yeah.
done? Should we move on to the quiz?
Uh-oh. Quiz. It's
I think
me.
because we fucked up the order, yeah, it's you asking me.
So now you maybe get...
Oh, yes!
Wait, have we...
Have I done this intentionally?
Have we done this before? Have we done it yet? Since the beginning of us doing the quiz, have we had a moment where we swapped? Or has it always been...
No, it's always been...
Because the first film was my dog, wasn't it? So it would be.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting.
And also, so to begin with, I was like, oh, it will naturally cycle. But Saturday and Sunday is one day, which means there's 6. We're doing 3 each. It never swaps.
Interesting.
So we are swapping now.
Interesting.
And this is roughly the halfway point as well, so we'll get half of each.
Interesting. I hate this because the first one's so fucking easy, in my opinion. Okay, so basically, every week we ask each other quiz questions. Depending on who's picked the film is who's answering the questions. If you get one right, you get a point. If you get all 3 right, obviously you get 3 points. And you get a victory lap, which is as a 4th question, sorry. If you get all of them wrong, though, you get a pity point, which is the chance to answer one of those questions as well. Right?
That was not bad.
No, I think I'm getting better at it.
You are.
And he can't answer the question until he's heard all 3 questions to make it a little bit harder.
Yes. weird rule that we came up with
Yes.
that impacts nothing.
Which 1999 movie starred Edward Norton as an insomniac office worker and Brad Pitt as a charismatic stranger he has a chance encounter with?
Oh, I don't know.
So funny if it wasn't what you thought.
It's Insomniac.
What was the title of the 2021 animated action comedy about an ordinary family who find themselves in the middle of the biggest family challenge yet? Sorry, their biggest family challenge yet.
Brilliant.
Saving the world from the robot apocalypse.
Brilliant. Oh, I'm going to love having your questions now.
I don't think you're going to know this.
Okay, great.
Which British actor plays tech specialist Aaron Kalur in the action sequel Jason Bourne, the 5th film in the Bourne series? I know.
Oh, is this the... Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne. Is it that guy?
No.
Oh.
That's from like the original Jason Bourne. This is the last one. The one.
No,
that
it's
came...
not.
The 5th one is the last one.
Yeah, which is the one where he's like, Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
No, I'm pretty sure they're doing all of them.
No, that's the first. It's the 5th one.
Oh, okay.
Because they've not seen him for ages, and they see him on the security.
Yeah, but that's the same as like in the other ones.
No, I don't think they say it like that.
They're always like, oh my god, it's him.
No, the meme one. The meme one.
Oh, I don't see.
That's from
I
the
don't
latest
follow
one.
meme culture, Jay.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so what are the answers?
The first one, I don't think I can give you the answer for.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Well, actually, I can't say it. It's the first rule, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's Fight Club.
It's not. It's Insomniac.
Oh,
Imagine
damn
if
it! I
wasn't
knew
Fight
it.
Club.
Insomniac was like 2002, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the second one?
Oh, Mitchell's versus the Machines.
It's actually
The Mitchells.
The Mitchells versus the Machines. I'm so sorry, James.
Shut up. That is a very good film.
And which British actor plays tech specialist Aaron Kalur in the action sequel Jason Bourne, the 5th film of the Bourne series?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get this. It was a bad film, so I don't remember who was in it.
It's a pretty bad film.
Yeah, Jason Clarke.
No, it's Riz Ahmed.
Oh, he's okay. It's not the
It's
character
not the
I'm
guy you're
thinking.
of.
No,
He's the tech guy who like owns a company, like the Mark Zuckerberg type.
right.
He's being like blackmailed or something into like doing something with the tech.
I'll be honest. I forgot that was the plot of the film.
Yeah. Do you want the?
Well, I don't get any points, but yeah, let's do
No,
them.
you got 2 points. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
In the Avengers, Robert Downey Jr. hid food all over set to eat in scenes when it wasn't scripted.
True.
Or false?
True.
That is true.
There's the thing with the blueberries that they kept in.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper was the lead singer in the punk band Brad's Rads.
True.
False.
Damn it.
Bill Murray only landed his Ghostbusters role when John Belushi, the first choice to play Peter Venkman, died.
False.
It's true.
Well, I got one. That's better than last time.
True.
All right.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
2 out of 3
Yeah.
and one of the true or false out of 3.
Yes.
Bad odds.
Yes. Better than before, though.
We'll see how I do next episode.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
Exactly
And hit
that.
that bell icon.
Yes. And this week, you're going to leave a comment on what ingredients do you think was in the coffee?
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's very good. If you had to make your own mystic potion to make your teacher shit themselves and head explode, what would you add?
Well, it's head explode and then shit themselves.
That's a very good point. I apologise.
It's got to be that order.
Does have to be that order.
It does, yes.
Yeah. But until next time, you won't hear us,
But we'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.